All right, let's dig into IB Math 4.1 sampling method. So this is kicking off the statistics unit. So this is not a super difficult part right here. 4.1 is not, but there's lots of details. So let's talk about all that detail so it's clear. First thing first, in stats, you're dealing with data. You have two types of data, generally speaking. You have continuous data, which is anything that's measured, like height, time, things like that, right? Anything that's measured. Whereas anything that's counted, like how many people named Anna are in class, well, that would be discrete data, right? Now, when you're dealing with statistics, you're trying to learn something about a population. The population's the entire group that you want to study. So, like, say your entire school, right? However, it's usually impractical to study the entire population. So, what you do is you end up taking a sample. A sample is just a smaller portion that you can actually collect information on, analyze that, and then you're going to make inferences, which are conclusions based on, well, the analysis you do using your statistical tests that you're going to learn. All right? So 4.1 is all about the sampling methods. We have 5: simple, random, convenient, systematic, quota, and stratified. I put these two together because they're really, really similar. Let's talk about all 5 of them real quickly. So simple random, there's an equal chance that anybody in the population can become part of the sample. It's totally random, like using a random number generator. So let's say you're going to study the students in school. Each student is assigned a number, and then those numbers are quite literally randomly picked. So there's equal chance for people to get picked. It's super easy to use. It's a pretty good method. Another one, the next method is called convenience. That's basically the easiest way you can collect information. So if you wanted to conduct a study dealing with students in your school, convenience would be your friends, the people near you, people that have the same class as you, people that eat lunch with you, ride your bus, whatever's quick and easy. There's a high risk of bias here because it's only the people around you. And so you might not get a fair representation of, well, what the people in your school would be like. All right, so next one, systematic. So systematic is there's a system to how you're going to choose. So if you made a roster and you picked every fifth person, that would be systematic. One of the benefits of systematic is that you end up getting an even spread across the entire population. Whereas with convenience, most likely not. With simple random, there's a good chance you wouldn't either because random numbers are not evenly spread out. They're random. There can be clusters. Okay, so the last two, quota and stratified. So the thing that makes these two different than every other one is they're a little careful because what they do is they take the entire population and they break them into subcategories. Like if you're dealing with school populations, you might break them into freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. And then within those groups, you end up creating a sample of each of those subgroups to make your sample of the population. So what separates quota and stratified is that quota uses convenience once you've separated into the subcategories, right? So it's convenient, so whatever's easy to get out of that subcategory, whereas stratified is then random. It's simple random. So let's say you get all of the ninth graders and you're going to pick 20 of them, and you're just going to use a random number generator to pick 20 of the ID numbers. So that's sampling methods, quick and easy. I hope it was helpful, and I also hope you have a great day.